believe I've just gone live. I should have. I still need to adjust my mic. Okay. Looks like everything's set. I'm not gonna play a song tonight because I can't honestly think of any songs to play. More than anything else. Just gotta get my chat monitor set up. There we go. Hey, Ace. I just need to make the, So, I was just talking to some people in Discord. I got asked if I was gonna stream, and I said, I don't know, maybe. And then I decided, fuck it, I'm gonna stream. And then I realized I had no idea what I was gonna stream. Gotta make sure that... Wait. Shit. Let's try this one more time. I'm, not the most competent tonight. There we go. So, I was talking about what I really want to play tonight, and how it doesn't really exist. And I was just looking through the games that I had, and I thought, you know what? The game that I really, really want to play doesn't exist. Like, there's things that are vaguely close to it, but nothing close enough to be worth playing tonight. So what's just a fun game that is enjoyable? Resident Evil. And I'm not playing it on professional because I'm not competent enough to play it on professional.
Resident Evil 4.
That fucking voice. So what do I mean it doesn't exist? Let's check the special costumes.
1998.
Special.
I'll never forget it. It was the year when those grisly murders occurred in the Arklay Mountains. Soon after, the news was out to the whole world, revealing that it was the fault of a secret viral experiment conducted by the international pharmaceutical enterprise, Umbrella. The virus broke out in a nearby mountain community, Raccoon City, and hit the peaceful little town with a devastating blow crippling its very foundation.
PlayStation 2 era graphics.
Not taking any chances, the President of the United States ordered a contingency plan to sterilize Raccoon City. With the whole affair gone public, the United States government issued an indefinite suspension of business decree to Umbrella. Soon its stock prices crashed, and for all intents and purposes, Umbrella was finished.
I'm kinda quiet compared to the game. I'll go fix that once. I'll fix that one. I'll see about fixing that once this ends. 6 years have
passed since that horrendous incident.
The game's a little loud for me too, so maybe I'll just change the volume of the game.
I received special training via a secret organization working under the direct control of the president. I was to assume the responsibility of protecting the new president's family.
Cornel, why am I the one who always gets the short end of the stick?
You, who are you really? Come on and tell us. You are a long way from home, cowboy. You have my sympathies.
Guess that's a local's way of breaking the ice. Anyway, you know what this is all about. My assignment is to search for the president's missing daughter.
What? All by yourself?
sure you boys didn't just tag along so we could sing Kumbaya together at some Boy Scout bonfire. Then again, maybe you did.
Oh, you crazy American. It's a direct order from the chief himself.
So Devil May Cry wasn't going to be
picnic.
a reboot of Resident
counting on you
Evil.
guys.
It was the original Resident Evil 4. It was going to be a straight continuation, but it was too different, and they were gonna just tell him to start over from scratch and cancel the whole thing. But
it was right before I was to take on my
can't
duties of
remember who it
protecting
was.
the president's daughter
one
when
of
she was
the
abducted.
people on the team convinced the higher
That's
ups
the
at
ultimate
Capcom
reason
to
I'm in
let
this
him keep,
lonely and rural part of
to let
Europe.
him keep working on it as a different
According
game.
to our intelligence, there's reliable information about a sighting of a girl that looks very similar to the president's daughter. Apparently, she's being withheld by some unidentified group of people. Who would have thought that my first job would have been a rescue mission?
It's freezing. So cold all of a sudden. Must be my imagination. Sorry it took so long.
The intro cutscene's a lot longer than I remember it being. And they should not drive that car over that bridge in the first place.
Just up ahead is the village.
I'll go and have a look around.
We'll stay and watch that car. Don't want to get any parking tickets.
Right. Parking tickets.
Good luck.
Jeez. Who are these guys?
Did you say something?
Leon, I hope you can hear me. I'm Ingrid Hunnigan. I'll be your support on this mission.
Loud and clear. Somehow I thought you'd be a little older. So the subject's name's Ashley Graham, right?
That's right. She's the daughter of the president. So try to behave yourself, okay?
Whoever this
Man.
group is, they sure picked the wrong
I'm
girl
not
to
sure
kidnap.
if it's something to
I'll
do
try to
with
find
the
some more
frame
information
rate,
on my
but
end as well.
everything is so
Good.
horribly
Talk to you later.
desynchronized.
Be on out.
Okay, so I'm gonna start by going here and turning down desktop audio a little bit. Yeah, about there. Cool. And of course it didn't set me to... There we go. Now I'm set to streamer mode. Okay, so let me... Let me move some stuff out of the way. I have a plate here with a donut on it. I'm trying to find space for everything. Okay. Oh. That's what was making my mouse go all weird. Getting some real frame rate dips, so I'm just gonna close my browser. There we go. Much better. Video settings, motion blur. No, I don't want motion blur. And I'm going to need to turn down the the subtitles option annoys me so much. So I've looked into this. There are subtitles, but only if you have the Japanese edition of the game. If you have the English edition, the option is still there, but it is grayed out and it doesn't work because they didn't make English subtitles. Which is really annoying. Menus are horrible to navigate with a mouse. Anyway, yeah. Motion blur off, everything. Yep. Damn it. I'm trying to... I am trying to go back. There we go. No, there's no English subtitles mod. I've looked into it. Mouse sensitivity is weird, but it's not quite. The controls are really janky. Yeah, mouse sensitivity is fine in aiming. It's just weird like this because of how the game is. I should have shot that crow. There's one point where I am going to have to save, stop the game, and re-limit it to 30 FPS instead of 60. Because this was originally made for the GameCube and then ported to the PlayStation 2. There's a couple of bits in this game that break at 60 FPS, and also a couple that break when you have mouse and keyboard plugged in. Del Lago is going to be might wind up being total hell. Because Del Lago sometimes freaks out if you're playing with mouse and keyboard, and the mouse just stops working while you're in the boat.
I was wondering if you might recognize the girl in this photograph.
¿Qué carajo estás haciendo aquí? Lárgate, cabrón!
Sorry to have
Something
bothered.
cabron. Cabron is the only word I understood, and all I understand about it is that it's an insult.
Freeze! I said freeze!
Nope. That didn't work. Let's see. I turned it down on stream, but I use a physical volume knob for myself.
Is everything okay?
No.
There was a hostile local. I had no choice but to neutralize him. There are still others surrounding the area.
I mean,
Get out of there
exactly.
and head toward the village.
Leon
Take whatever
walks
measures
in
necessary
without
to save the
knocking,
subject.
holds up a
Understood.
picture to him, starts asking him questions in a language that he may or may not understand because this is the middle of Spain. Anyway, so yeah, as I was saying, Del Lago is a slightly glitched out fight, and sometimes the view will just freak out if you're using mouse and keyboard. And it may or may not have any actual fix. And another is the minecart bit. Towards the end of that, I'm gonna see how little ammo I can use. Towards the end of that, the Towards the end of the minecart section, there's a bit where you have to jump and start mashing buttons, but the rate at which you have to mash the buttons is tied to your frame rate. So if you're playing on 60 FPS, you have to mash it twice as fast as the game meant to have you mash it. So it can be actually unbeatable. Unless you go back and lower the frame rate. So, if I play this game up to that point on stream, I will have to go back and, I will have to go back and, there's a lot of, like, design choices in this game that really should have been fixed for the HD remaster, but weren't. Also, yeah, this is considered the HD remaster. It's not very HD. Oh shit. I am fucking blind. Figure, oh, I'll walk between the two explosive traps. That'll be fine. There we go. Yeah, the bird just has a hand grenade. Oh, also, other thing that gets really annoying. The game will just, if you move your mouse when you're picking up an item, it will just fuck with your mouse placement, or fuck with your cursor placement in the menu. It is actually terrible. So, I may, every once in a while, accidentally use items that I really don't want to use. Let's see, what's quick turn Q? Yes. Cool. There we are. Wow, they are dying fast, and this is normal. Maybe I should have gone with professional mode. Just hope I don't throw an explosive in a small room. I might. Who knows? Yeah, no cursor on them. Would have been interesting if you could have shot them and prevented the boulder bit from later. Oh, hey bud. What's up? Are you gonna come out? Nice. Apparently, maybe part of why I'm surprised at how quickly they're dying is A, they're early game enemies, and B, I was watching Matthew Matosis play recently, and he was playing the North American GameCube release, and apparently on the North American GameCube release,
Leon, how you holding
they
Bad question, honey.
give you
Sorry to hear
more
that.
ammo,
I'm sending you a playing
but
manual.
everything
Hope you find it
takes,
useful.
I think,
Take a look at it.
2 or
Thanks.
3 times as many hits to kill? Control configurations are not reflected here. You could easily just have it tied to show whatever button your configuration is. It's not hard to do. You just have it call the symbol that is being used for that thing, which I hate. HD, more like XD. Yeah, I'm gonna have to end your suffering. I'll send in the server's kill team. trying to think. How do I exit this? Click? No. E? No. Q? No. Spacebar? No. Help. Escape. But that's not what escape did earlier. That's weird. I was clicking knife, not... Ow. Man, fuck that. That's actually kind of bullshit. Because that is not what I was clicking. I was hitting knife, and it made me kick instead. Let's see, tab. Yeah, that's still enough to heal me most of the way. Oh. Yeah, anytime you hear that voice line, it means they're right behind you. Now they're starting to take more knife hits. Shit. Zoom in on the police dude. I did. It didn't play the voice line. Umbrella Corps? I heard Umbrella Corps was, like, both not very good and not as bad as some people were saying it was. Okay, similar with, what was it, Raccoon City something or other? The one where you play Umbrella Operatives. Oh, okay, I call bullshit on that one. Nope. Fuck you. Fuck everything you stand for. Because... House. Yes. Here we are.
Why are these people?
What would it take for me to do a Superman 64 stream? No fucking idea. Why am I only shooting them in the knee? If I can get them on the ground, I can knife them, which uses less ammo and kills them quicker.
Shit. Son of a...
Okay, so my goal is to grab the shotgun and get the fuck out of this house. Not call in Dr. Salvador? I I think they didn't call in Dr. Salvador. Oh no, they did. Oh boy, I'm fucked. Oh boy, I'm really fucked. Grenade. Nope. Shit, I have the wrong weapon. Yeah, not really what I want equipped right now, but I need to keep him off me for a bit. Let's switch back to the handgun. Wrong button. I meant to reload. Okay. Cool. No, let me fucking kick. Game. I am really pissed about that.
I have some bad news.
The game decides to make me kick when I don't want to kick. When I actually want to kick, it refuses to allow me, and instead continues to shoot.
Got it.
I was trying to kill Dr. Salvador. Because if I went and did that, would have gotten extra cash. Either way, made it through. And I'm more or less alive. Operation Raccoon City's the one I'm thinking of. Thanks, Gabe. Probably should have acknowledged that comment earlier. Yeah, just gonna loot the village before moving on. Oh, Lord Saddler. Lord Saddlebags. Never noticed that they have portraits of Lord Saddler in their homes. If you give Leon a trench coat, he'd be an edgelord. Honestly, I really like Leon in the leather jacket. It is such a cool design. It is just such a cool... His jacket is just fucking... I want that jacket. I really want that jacket. And it's a shame how early in the game he loses it. If you're playing with the regular costume, which I'm not. I thought hitting special would show me a preview of it. Apparently not. I need to beat the game on professional at some point. Get the Chicago typewriter. Oh yeah, no, the haircut he has is just is a really edgelordy haircut. Ooh, that's a thing. Also the fact that he refuses to jump down ladders, or that he refuses to climb down ladders and will always kick them over and then jump down. I gotta get used to the control scheme of this game again. It feels really weird. I think there's an incendiary up here, I want to say. No, shotgun shells. It's better than an incendiary grenade. And there go his ankles. Cool. I think that that's... No, there might still be some stuff over here. If I really wanted to, I could follow that chicken around until it lays more eggs. There's traps up here. Or do the traps around here not show up until the second time you come through the village? I don't remember. Alright. Alert order. Recently, there has been information that a United States government agent is here investigating the village. Do not let this American agent get in contact with the prisoner. For those of you not yet informed, the prisoner is being held in an old house beyond the farm. We're just saying this and leaving this out here. This crucial information about where we're keeping our high-value prisoner. To be found. We will transfer the prisoner to a more secure location in the valley when we are ready. The prisoner is to stay there until further notice. Meanwhile, do not let the American agent near the prisoner. We do not know how the American government found out about our village, but we are investigating. However, I feel that this intrusion at this particular time is not just a coincidence. I sense a third party other than the United States government involved here. My fellow men, stay alert. Chief Bitores Mendez. Kill the chicken? No, you have to, like, follow them around.
Un forastero!
Yes. I am, in fact, here. What you gonna do about it? Nothing is what you're gonna do about it. I'm gonna sell this handgun about as quickly as I can manage. Because I usually go with the Red 9. Actually, I used to go with the Punisher, but it was pointed out to me that, holy fuck, the Red 9 does some damage. And that damage is enough to match mid-game shotgun damage. It is a lot of damage. And when it's using handgun ammo, the most common ammo in the game, it's incredibly worth it. Several here, really, but come on, there we go. I believe there's 7. What is it? 8 here and 7 there, or and 7 in the other spot, or 7 here and 8 over there. Fuck you. Hey, Dab. Is it a chill stream? Even if the game's not necessarily the chillest game. About blue medallions. 15 blue medallions. 7 in the farm, 8 in the cemetery. For those of you who destroy 10 or more will be awarded. The rest is illegible. Stranger. Fuck. My merchant impression has gotten... It was never good, and it gets steadily worse. See, the merchant is the best thing about this game. And I remember a couple of friends and I talking about, like, in the lead up to Resident Evil 5, our questions were not about Leon or Wesker or Chris or Jill. They were about the merchant. We wanted to know if the merchant was going to be back. We legitimately hoped that the merchant would be some kind of weird behind-the-scenes conspiracy villain or something, because that would have been absolutely amazing. But no, he's just never brought up again. Oh, there we go. There's still a couple more around here. There's at least one more, maybe 2. And I'm trying to think where they are. I know I can open the map, but I'm trying to get them without it. And the beer stein. I also, I do really love that they made key item, or that they made your regular inventory and key items and treasures separate menus, so that you're not constantly worrying about, oh, do I have enough space to take the item that I need to progress? Do I have to worry about ditching all of my ammo and health kits to get, or to be allowed to keep playing? Where is that last medallion? Probably passed it 3 or 4 times at this point. It's not the one in there. Or there. Or over there. Of course I shot the first one. Is there a second one in here, maybe? I don't think there is. Okay, I managed to get 6 of the ones by the farm without opening the map. That's decent. Ah, yes, and no. Oh, there is another one in the barn. Gotcha. Oh, no, it's this one, right. That's a weird one that you can't really see from the rest of the... So then there's 8 over in the other area. They're worth shooting just to get the Punisher to sell later. Because it's a few handgun shots that aren't worth much for a gun worth several thousand pesetas that you can then sell to upgrade guns that are worth using. Not to say the Punisher isn't worth using, it's just... there's better guns. especially with handgun. Like, you can get... The Punisher is fine, but when you can use the Red 9, why would you use it? Why would you use the Punisher? Who needs the piercing? Although I will say, the Punisher is really good in the castle when you have to deal with the enemies with wooden riot shields. Okay, right. What are the keys that it wants me to hit? X, okay. And what... Okay. The hardest part about playing this on mouse and keyboard is that you don't know what buttons it wants you to hit. It's going to want you to hit half the time. Is the Mauser the Red 9? Yes. And you can get a stock for it that just turns it into a rifle. And it's such a good gun. I firmly believe it to be the best gun in the game. Like, there's guns that are better for their purposes. But... Okay, I know that there's a bird's nest here. That might actually be back up there. So I'm gonna head back. But yeah, it just does so much damage with an ammo type that is just everywhere. It is just so good. It's just incredibly good. I feel like... No. Hey, boys. What's up? I didn't even realize those two were up there. That's great. Oh, they're actually throwing things at me. That's not great. They're not worth killing. I want to say that there is a bird's nest around here with one of the things for the beer stein in it. Can I kill the spider? Yes. Oh no. Oh no. I'm going to use the first aid spray. Oh. I love this game. Oh no, that's just a person banging on the... Who's throwing things? Is it you? Did you throw that at me? Yes. I didn't think I was gonna make that shot. I am very proud of myself for that. For that incredibly low skill dynamite shot. I think he's just See if this just blows up. Have you missed anything interesting? Probably not. Depends on what you consider interesting. I'm tempted to see how long that takes to blow up. I'm just out of his range? There we go. Nice. I think I got both of them. But I'm not sure. There we go. See, the biggest problem, I think, is that when you try to turn, it also decides you don't need to keep your camera pointed in the direction you clearly want the camera pointed in. And will keep trying to change that. And that's really obnoxious. Okay, I know that there's a... There it is. Nice. Oh, I didn't know this box was here. I remember the first time I played this game on the PS2. I was like 10, 11 maybe? And this bit terrified me. Actually, really a lot of this game terrified me because I'd had the game hyped up for me by a friend who kept talking about what a scary game this was. So I went into this game with the expectation that I was going to get a lot of scares. And I kept kind of thinking that it was going to be sort of jump scary and shit. So really the anticipation of getting jump scared and the subtle things that, like, in another game might signal a jump scare to show up. Bits like that put me on edge. And made this game a lot scarier than it actually is. Can I shoot the dynamite in his hand? I can, but the game was having some weird issues with me aiming at the dynamite for some reason. That's what I was trying to do earlier. The best character in the game. Okay, no, second best. Merchant is the best.
A little rough, don't you think? You're not like them?
No. You?
Okay, I have only one very important question. You got a smoke?
Got gum.
Perfect.
That's an interesting way to hold an axe.
The big cheese.
What?
Fuck his quips. His terrible one-liners are one of my favorite things in this game. Yeah, I'll save. I'm just gonna save in slot 1, I guess. And I'm gonna leave that in that round 1 finished save. Just in case I ever feel like doing New Game Plus. You got big cheese, motherfucker.
Let us give you our power. Soon, you will become unable to resist this intoxicating power.
Take a shot every time Lord Saddlebags says power.
Hey, wake up.
Crawl out of one hole and into another.
You want to tell me what's going on here?
Americano, see? Now what brings a bloke like you to this part of the world? Oh, hey, easy, whoever you are.
Bloke sounds really weird
Name's Leon. Came
in
here looking for
any
this girl. Seen her?
accent that isn't British
What,
or
are you supposed to be a
Australian.
cop or something? Nah.
It also sounds
you don't
really
look the
weird in
type.
Australian accents
Maybe.
because from every context I've heard, it is
Okay,
mostly
let me
used by
guess.
Australians who want to
She's the
seem
president's
super
daughter?
Australian.
That's too good for a guess. Want to start explaining?
Hey, Steve.
Psychic powers. Nah, just kidding with you, amigo. I overheard one of the villagers talking something about the president's daughter in the church.
Yeah, this cutscene is terrible because if you decide to
who might you
skip
be?
it, it will put you
Me llamo
right
Luis
at the
Serra.
QuickTime
Used
event
to be a cop in Madrid.
that is coming up
Now I'm
with
just a good-for-nothing
zero
guy who
preparation.
happens to be quite the ladies' man.
Why'd you quit?
Phew, policia. You put your life on the line. Nobody really appreciates you enough for it. Being a hero isn't what it's cracked up to be anymore.
Used to be a cop myself. Only for a day, though.
I thought I was bad.
Somehow I managed to get myself involved with the incident in Raccoon City on my first day in the force.
That is the incident with the viral outbreak, right? I think I might have seen a sample of the virus in a lab at the department.
Why did they have a sample of the virus in another police department across the world?
After you.
Oh shit.
Now,
Hand off the mouse. I was going to take a sip of my tea and I moved my hand away. Was not ready for that.
It's Leon. Sorry I couldn't get in touch sooner, but I was a bit tied up.
You're okay, right?
I'm fine. There was a male civilian held captive. According to him, Ashley's in a church somewhere.
What happened to him?
He managed to escape.
Do you have a fix on the location of that church?
No, but apparently there's a secret passage in the village that leads there. I'm heading back to the village.
All right. And now for the best character.
Over here, stranger.
I love the terrible one-liners that this game is made of. Now here's a question. Do I buy the rifle now, or do I wait and just get the semi-auto? Because this rifle can do a lot more damage. This rifle's upgrade has it do shit tons of damage. The other one upgrades its rate of fire. I'm gonna get this one.
What are you buying?
I'm going to get this version of the rifle
What are you
instead of the
buying?
semi-auto
Not enough cash.
because I
stranger.
think it's a little
What are
better.
you selling?
Right, let's sell spinals, of
Is
course.
that all, stranger? Thank you.
Pearl pendant.
I'll
Don't sell either
Thank
of
you.
those. Actually, let's attach them right now so I don't accidentally. Okay.
Welcome.
You should kill him before he tries to kill me? No. Lawrence is my best friend.
What are you buying?
Alright,
What are you buying?
yeah, let's buy the
Is that all,
attaché
stranger?
case and
Thank you.
the
Is that all,
rifle.
stranger?
What are the rotation key page down is one of them, but I don't know what the other one is. Page up isn't it? Let's do a little organizing. Let's see what great. Maybe I can't do it from that video. No. No. That's not it. Neither of those. That's also not it. Oh, backspace. It's right down there. Cool. Inventory Tetris is incredibly relaxing. I think could probably well, let's put this over here. And then nah, it's too big at the moment. So I'm gonna try and do something here. What I would really like to do is, yeah, this could work. This could work. Actually, this will work. This is actually quite perfectly sized. Absolutely perfectly sized. Nice. And then I'll put ammo here. And healing items in this little column. Perfect. Heavy field. Heavy field shotgun shells. Great. Man, I'm more organized in this game than I am in real life. There. Nice and organized.
Time.
Now I could use this bit here, or this rifle here. Take out 10 of them with this, but I'm going to try and use the handgun. this. I'm pretty sure. I thought I sent him off the edge for a moment. Come on. Knife. Here we are. I'll take it. Oh, thanks. Whoever threw that. Not thanks. Actually, no, still thanks. That is the least competent enemy I've ever dealt with. Okay. Now, get up here. Turn. Recap. Kick. I should be fine up here for a bit. Fuck you. I saw you do the fucking death thing. I just want to knife. Just let me knife. iPhones do in fact suck. That's why I use an Android. I mean, actually, I used a fucking shitty track phone for years. Up until last December. Okay. Could have sworn that one hit. But okay. No! Why are they making that fucking... No, shotgun time. Why are they doing that fucking death thing and not dying? Death is subjective in Resident Evil. Only in the ones where it's zombies. In this one, it's not zombies. It's less plagas. Nice. Button. I would really prefer they not fall to their deaths because that means less loot for me. but also it means less ammo expended on killing them, which is good. I would hate to be playing the GameCube version right now. Las Plagas as zombies? No, because canonically they are not considered zombies. Leon even makes a comment saying, well, he's not a zombie. Because Leon has seen zombies before, and these are not zombies. They're still people. They're just parasitically infected and controlled by another parasite. Andrew Ryan would have a field day with this place. Let's see what's up here. Something. Nothing, actually. I have seen that not kill people so many times. It's so satisfying when they actually die. Did that kill him? No. No. I think it's just the one left. Chris punches boulders in Resident Evil 5. I've heard a couple of people joke that that's revenge for Leon's trouble with boulders in this game. Because a lot of people complained about the boulder QuickTime events, where you just have to sprint for your life or die. I want to say this is the origin of the press X to not die jokes. It was either this or God of War. Oh, there's more stuff over there. I am thankful that the game doesn't just let you jump off ledges that would kill you. With these controls and this camera, that would be a pain in the ass to try and figure out. And it would just be really frustrating. Yeah, 6 is really bad. 6 is bad in its story, in its gameplay.
What are you buying?
Just not fun.
What are you buying?
Let's see if I can... Yeah, capacity you don't want to upgrade until you're almost out. Because it's a free however many shots. It will always fully reload a gun. Reload speed... The rifle, firepower... I'm not gonna spend any money right now. I don't really need anything right now. I think I'm gonna play up until I get Ashley. Maybe not even that far. I'm gonna play for a bit. Until I get Ashley might be too long. Until, I don't know, until Del Lago, maybe? I'm not sure. The Irving boss fight in 5. Which one was that? Because I remember 5 having a lot of stupid boss fights. Was that the one on the boat? This is a grenade situation. Oh. You just started playing D&D? What do you need help with? I may or may not be able to help you. Squid Abomination. Yeah, I want to say the worst parts of 5 are the vehicle segments, where you're supposed to be on a gun turret, and it's really difficult on normal, and almost impossible on almost impossible on harder difficulties. Go. Need more health. That does not heal as much as I thought it would. Okay, well, I know where he is. There's another one there, too. I'm just gonna grenade. I don't really use grenades very much, so it's not a big ol' waste. It's actually using something I would never use otherwise. Yeah. Well, impossible is an exaggeration, but I've seen how much of a pain in the ass that one is on normal. It's hide ammo in an oven because bullets don't explode in fire. Yeah. I mean, I remember at the start of Red, when he realizes that, when Bruce Willis's character realizes that, people have broken into his house, the first thing he does after taking down one of the intruders is to empty the guy's gun and put all the bullets in a frying pan so that it looks like there was a shootout. And then when other people start coming in after, he's able to, they think that it's gonna turn into some kind of like mass shootout, so they all start rushing in, and of course he's able to just take advantage of this, because now they're not trying to sneak, and now he knows where every single one of them is. Oh, I should have just waited for this and killed a couple of fish instead of... Oh, well. Yes. Really, I had enough space to just take the bass. How many fish can I just take? A lot, apparently. I'm going to sell all of these. Knife fishing, the sport of true men. Okay, now I'm running out of space. Okay. Yeah, this game would be really, really boring if you had a big ass gun like the BFG. And this one I'm just going to use. And now I can sell all of these bass to the merchant. Yeah, it is one of those things that would just get old. The reason it's fun in Doom is because you have limited uses, but the uses you get of it are all fun as shit. Oh, damn. Okay. Let's combine these. That should be enough. And next merchant isn't too far away. And I want to say there's another crow's nest around here with another of the cat's eyes in it, but I'm not 100% sure. I have a really hard time spotting the crow's nests. No, I don't think so. So let me see what's... Let me just check chat for a moment. Okay, so your friends don't trust your chaotic neutral character because you accidentally got one of them caught up in your thunder wave, knocking one of them unconscious, and won't let you roam around towns without a chaperone. Something about you starting bar fights and intimidating the leader of towns, leading them to say something to the local bandits, like, how the fuck were you supposed to know that you'd roll a 20 and he'd be too scared? Yeah, that really does sound like you're playing a character that can't be trusted, so they're not going to trust you. Basically, your prerogative, if you want them to trust your character again, is to work on playing a trustworthy character. Yeah, I don't... Wait, is that it? No, that's a weird patch of something. It's a weird patch of texture. I could have sworn there was another crow's nest here. I'm just going crazy. What am I saying going crazy? I want to say this is... I want to say it's... No, I know how to do this. Okay. I just had them out of order. Chief's note. As instructed by Lord Sadler, I have the agent in confinement alive. Why keep him alive? I do not fully understand what the Lord's intentions are. I would, however, think he'd keep them separate, not confine them together as has been ordered. I don't expect Luis would trust a stranger, but if by chance they did cooperate, the situation could get a bit more complicated. If for some reason an unknown third party is involved, I don't think they'd let a chance like this slip by. But maybe it's all Lord Sadler's ploy, leaving us vulnerable so that this third party will surface, if they even exist, that is. It's an unlikely possibility, but if a prowler is already amongst us, then our plans could be ruined. I guess the Lord thinks it's worth the risk if we're able to stop whatever conspiracy is at work. At any rate, it's the Lord's call. We will trust his judgment as always. Yep. Those pesetas.
Nuestro jefe se quedará sin la rata. Si la plaga es mucho mejor que la nuestra. Tienes
You carry the same blood as us, it seems. Nevertheless, you're an outsider. Just remember, if you become unpleasant to our eyes, you'll face severe consequences.
What? Same blood.
Alright. Really, that is a whole chapter. Huh.
Leon, I've been able to get some new info that might help you.
Fill me in.
Apparently, there's a religious cult group involved. They're called the Los Illuminados.
Los Illuminados? That's a mouthful. Anyway, I had an unexpected run-in with the big cheese of this village.
But you're okay, right?
I love how they just
Yeah.
accept that they're calling
He
him
could've
the
killed me,
big
but he
cheese
let me
now.
live. And he mentioned something about me carrying the same
Like,
blood
Luis
as
says it
them.
once, and now
Whatever
he's
that
just the
means.
big cheese.
Carry the same blood. Huh. Interesting.
Anyway, there are more important things than solving riddles right now.
Hunnigan is
You're
the
right.
most
Hurry and
useless.
find that church, Leon.
She provides no help. one chopper she can manage to get to you fucking dies. Actually, 2 choppers. The 2 choppers she manages to get to you fucking die. And they are both shot down by RPG-7s, which are unguided single-shot missile launchers that any decent pilot would not be brought down by. Time to kill the poor bastard stuck in the bathroom. That was stupid on my part. But he is dead and I took no hits. Roast egg. My favorite. Who doesn't love a good roast egg? Singular egg, in shell, roasted. No. I'll come back for that. I don't think the merchant's too far off. Either way, oops. Shotgun. Okay, the one that really needed to die is now dead. And the one that sort of needs to die is about to die. And I can go back and get that, What? The way that man fucking flew. Do it. Right, reload this. And reload this. And now I can take it. So much of what I'm doing right now is mandated by my want to keep a bunch of fish. With the sole purpose of selling them all off. This might be the one I was thinking of. No, that's just the spinal. Spinal? Spinal? Not sure. Spinal tap? Oh. Hello? Actually, I wonder. Didn't even have to use an ammo. An ammo. A bullet. A singular ammunition. TNT ammo. Great. Exactly what I need. Okay, right, shotgun. Things are going bad. I think it's time to shotgun. Actually, I think the double... Yeah. I'm still at the stage where a double green is enough to heal everything. And I can take the TMP ammo, too. I don't know if I'll buy the TMP this run. I know it's really good for ammo conservation. For, using the... for using knee shots. So, knee shot with the TMP to collapse an enemy and then knife them to death. Because you get a lot of TMP ammo. Oh, wrong button. No, that was a terrible time for a frame drop. I am very unhappy with that. Yeah, it's time for a grenade. I used a lot of shotgun ammo there. A lot more than I normally would have. And... No, I don't currently have space for that. But I will by the end of the village. By the end of this bit of the village. Yeah, I am back in the village. And where's the nearest merchant location? I'm doing too well on ammo conservation. There we go. I believe this is the secret. Where are the rest of the ones who are supposed to be here? Being intimidating. Making scary music happen. I don't see anyone else. Are they all inside? Have they all run from Leon the Destroyer? I hear someone. I saw someone throw something at me. I think he's the last one. No? Yes. Bullet resistant skull, knees unchanged. The mighty boot. Leon is Duke Nukem confirmed. Nah. Should be fine on that. Oh yeah, there's a merchant not far from here. Actually, didn't want to shoot it while I was up there, just in case. Yeah. Little extra cash. Little extra spending money. 3D, of course. Duke Nukem stream. Funny thing, Sean gave me a fucking CD copy of Duke Nukem 3D, and I have never played Duke Nukem before. I'm familiar with it, of course. I've just never had the chance to play it. So, if I can set up DOSBox and get it running, I could fucking stream that. Or I could spend a little money and just get it on good old games. But also, there's something about playing it on an original CD copy.
Got something that might interest you.
Just the fact that he's waiting here and gets a second cutscene.
What are you selling?
I'm just gonna sell the TMP ammo.
Is that all, stranger? Thank you. Is that all, stranger?
What? Wait.
Is that all? Is that all, stranger?
What?
Is
Seriously?
that all? Thank you. Is that all? Ah. Thank Thank you. What are you buying?
And TMP stock is on sale.
What are you
Rifle
buying?
scope. I'm not gonna tune anything just yet. I know the shareware version is still around, but I think if you want the... I think if you want the full game... Let me see if I can... Because I have the disc copy sitting around here somewhere. Here it is. Duke Nukem 3D. Released. Which version is this? 1996 with the beautiful little Duke Nukem 3D complete version. Developed by 3D Realms Entertainment. All rights reserved. Distributed by FormGen Incorporated. Sean was apparently given the copy at one point and isn't super interested in old games, so he gave it to me because I'm the insane person in our group who's interested in old games, especially old games that don't run properly and need to be fiddled with to make run. Crows are secretly made of loot. They're just steadily increasing the amount of damage they take. Duke 3D? Huh. We'll take a look at that. How did I miss that so many times? Bullshit. Oh. I mean, I'll take that, but still. He should have died a lot faster. I'll just eat that. You found out... Ah, nice. Did you get are you running custom firmware on the Wii, or are you just making it run games it's not supposed to? Nice. I have, I spent a little money on this instead of, like, to get, like, one that was actively developed, but I wound up getting an engine port app of Doom for my Android, and it has GZ Doom, Chocolate Doom, and one other that I can't remember the name of off the top of my head. Oh no. Oh, bullshit. I'm going to die soon. There's no way I'm not going to die soon. So I need to play conservatively. And by conservatively, I mean waste ammo.
Leon, have you reached the church yet?
Well, yeah. Sort of.
Leon, did I mention not to take the scenic route? At any rate, Ashley's probably inside that structure. Rescue her, hurry!
I mean, I have to go that way anyway. But yeah, I have a Doom engine port that'll run any WADs that I put in it. So, I went and,
Hunnigan, it's Leon.
of course, I
door's locked. I
immediately
can't get in.
grabbed
They just
my
had to pick
WADs
locks at the
from
academy?
the Ultimate Doom
There's some sort of
that I have.
indentation, like something might fit inside.
Well, there's
I
no
grabbed
use
it
standing
on...
around.
It was either
Leon,
a
you
sale or a
have to
Humble
find some
Bundle
way or
ages ago.
something to get
So now I've got
inside.
actual Doom running on my phone. And then I went and said, you know what? You know what else I've got here? I've got Strife. So I have Strife Veteran Edition running on my... Strife is a really good game. Strife is one of the... I would be willing to call it the original open world FPS. Let's see. It's 3, 4, 3. No. So I needs to be this one, and this one, I think. Of the Dead Wingers, yeah. It's all the ones with twins, I want to say. So it's the M, the Z, and the V. I should stream more old games, because old games are really fun. I should also heal. There we go. And now I need, what is it, the blue cat's eye or something? I don't remember. I am not playing Superman 64. It is not ironic fun. It's just fighting with bad controls. And bad... It's just bad. It's just really bad. It's not fun bad. That sailed through 3 ropes. I hate that. I'm just gonna continue. Ah, the continue button. It is a good addition. Alright. This time... I need to be more conservative with my health. I guess that one's the next one. There we go. Already doing better. I've still got a couple of health items. Sure, it's a strike against my death, but 1 death is fine. Come on. I guess Leon drank a fucking thermos, drank his whole thermos before he got out of the car. Because he sure is caffeinated. Either that or he started drinking pretty heavily after Raccoon City. Or both. Who's... Some good old panic shooting there. Who doesn't love shooting in a panic? Makes you more accurate, they say. Ninja Baseball Batman. I've heard that name before, and I don't remember a damn thing about it. Okay. No. There we go. The original Gauntlet Legends cabinet? Yeah. Hold on. I played so much Dark Legacy when I was younger. Because it was one of the few games that me and a couple of friends could agree on. And it's such a good game. And there's kind of a debate over which version of Dark Legacy was better. The PS2 version or the GameCube version. Now, on the GameCube version, or right, on the PS2 version, any pickups or any power-ups you found or bought were applied instantly and automatically on a timer. But in the GameCube version, it was mapped to, I think, select, so you could use them as you actually needed them. The difference being, in the GameCube version, you didn't, you couldn't see the boss's health, while in the PS2 version you could. Oh yeah, the D&D arcade beat-em-up was quite good. Surprisingly good. The stream... Okay, so the GameCube version, you can't see... The GameCube version of Dark Legacy, you are able to use power-ups at the press of a button instead of them being on an immediate timer. So you have an inventory with all of your power-ups in it that you get to use at will. But boss health doesn't show up, and I'm not sure if that was a glitch or a design choice. The PlayStation 2 version, boss health bars work fine, but all power-ups are on an immediate timer. The moment you pick them up, they activate, and that's it. Once they run out, they're gone. No choice on when they activate. Fuck. Forget that's all. That is the first snake of the game. I should know that that is the first snake of the game. Gauntlet without multiplayer is an abomination, and therefore it was rightfully panned. I mean, I played it single player a lot because I also had very few friends, but still. Regarding the two fugitives, the apprehension of Luis is our top priority, the American agent a distant second. What Luis stole from us is far more important than the girl. Unless we get it back, the girl will become useless to us. We must get it back to execute our plan to the end. If it gets in the wrong hands, the world would become a totally different place than what Lord Sadler has envisioned. At all costs, we mustn't let that happen. Nevertheless, we're not letting go of the girl. To ensure that the agent does not get her, I have locked the church door where the girl is being held. Anyone who needs access to the church must first get approval by Lord Sadler. There is a key beyond the lake, but it should be safe now that the Del Lago has been awakened by our lord. No one will get across the lake alive. Plus, our same blood courses through the agent's veins. It'll be just a matter of time before he joins us. Once he does, there will be nobody else left that will come looking for the girl. I don't think the PS2 version of Dark Legacy had networking support. It had multiplayer support, but only local. And I'm in the camp that thinks the GameCube version was... the better one, because I like being able to use my power-ups as I actually need them. Yeah, the only Gauntlet on Steam is that new Gauntlet, which is kind of meh. I played that through once, and it was kind of fun when I was playing it with a friend, but that was more because I was playing it with a friend than because it was a good game. I never had a GameCube. PlayStation 2 games overall hold a lot more sentimental value to me than the GameCube. But I had some friends with a GameCube, and they had a lot more multiplayer stuff than I did. So, I tend to remember PlayStation 2 stuff a lot more fondly. For the single-player experiences, but GameCube stuff more fondly for the multiplayer experiences. Although I do remember playing a few games multiplayer with some friends on PS2. Like Area 51. I don't remember if that game was actually any good. All I remember is playing it with my friend Vince. And the multiplayer being a little odd. And also him being infinitely better than me because he owned the game and I didn't. And I was given no chance against him. Robotech Battlecry. I have not. I have not played that. Man, I think I had Sonic Advance 3, I want to say, which was a lot of fun. Hey, Barnes.
Welcome. Got some rare things on.
All the medallions.
What are you buying?
Which I think right now.
Thank you. What are you buying? Come back.
Let me check. See, this one current power is 1. And this one with its upgrade is 1.1. So I will use this. Actually, I will drain this of ammo. Then swap over to the Punisher. And I will sell them both when the Red 9 becomes available. Because the Red 9 is a significantly better gun than both of them. But yeah, some games I played, I played a lot of PlayStation 2 games that I got out of the library. So a lot of them were objectively not very good games, but I have very fond memories of them. Or I haven't played them in long enough, so I don't know if they were actually any good. I just remember having fun. Games like World Championship Paintball, which had me really wishing I could get into paintball for a while. I've still never played paintball, but, you know. Hey, replacement flash grenade. Actually, I could have just walked on because there was another merchant shop here. I didn't even need to walk back. Did I reload this for some reason? I don't know why. Is the yellow herb not here yet, or... Yeah, I think it's not here yet. I don't think that stuff becomes available until this is a boss fight arena. But yeah, I played, let's see, World Championship Paintball, which was fun. Or at least I thought it was. The Iron Man the movie video game, which I remember having fun with. It probably doesn't hold up. Spider-Man Friend or Foe, which I remember being a lot of fun. And similarly, basically any Marvel brawler that was built on that engine. So Friend or Foe and Ultimate Alliance. Ultimate Alliance was also my introduction to Deadpool, who would make meta comments as the game was going, which was fun. So I always made sure that Deadpool was on my team as a result. I don't think I've ever played a Sonic game all the way through, or even close to all the way through, or even halfway through, or even one zone in. Boy, I tried to do the left and right mouse button. That was a little unnerving. Fuck you. Hey, Butzo. This way. Come on, come this way. This is the way that you need to go. No, it is not, apparently. Axe in the hand, axe on the back. And more should start coming from behind soon. This is one of those bits where they remembered to do something to obscure your enemies loading in. I didn't even realize that I killed that one. I just got very lucky there. Oh. Nice. Spinal. Spinor. I stopped looking and did not realize that there was a person there. I think maybe I should go to bed soon. I'm gonna go to bed once I hit the Del Lago fight, because I don't feel like going through that fight right now. If I'm being fully honest. Yep. It's probably 3 of them. One more damage is really making a difference here. No! I do not want to turn around, Leon. Annual 100% speedruns of the Sly Cooper trilogy. Holy fuck, I want to watch that. Sly Cooper. Man, Sly Cooper was just my favorite thing. Actually, I can't say favorite thing, because that would be Jack and Dexter. Oh boy, I'm not doing well. Okay. This game gets intense. And snakes can't actually hurt you unless they're coiled up in a box. So you can just kill them and get free eggs. And eggs are really one of the best healing items in this game. Okay, I think he's dead. Can't actually tell. Yeah, he's dead. There we go. Alright. I never really played Spyro. I didn't get in on the PS1 era. My first console was either a PS2 or an N64. No, first console was the PS2. We were given a PS2 and DDR for Christmas one year. And that was all we had for ages. And my parents didn't realize that we needed memory cards to save games. Actually, at the time, neither did I, because I had never owned a game console in my life. At the time. I need to get the pipe. But, and we didn't get, I don't think we got a, I don't think we got a memory card until, like, almost half a year later. All I remember from DDR is that I really hated the song Go West. I don't know a damn thing about it, other than I hate it. And that it contains the word Go West. I vaguely remember the line, Go West, we will climb so high, go west, all our friends will die. And that, I don't know, I don't even know if I heard the lyrics even halfway right. All I remember is that I hate it. And I don't care enough to look up the lyrics, because it's not my type of song to begin with. Actually, none of the music in, No, 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 no. None of the music in DDR is what I would call my thing, but DDR itself is fun. I remember leaving my PlayStation on all night because I had the Avatar: The Last Airbender video game for PS2. And I got to this stealth maze section in Toph's house that takes place in Toph's house, where you're trying to sneak her out of her parents' home. And whoa, that is disconcerting. That actually hurt my eyes for a second. But there's a bit where you have to sneak Toph out of her house. But it's really difficult, and it's actually quite a chunk of the ways through the game. But I got stuck there. It was about as far as I could reliably get without turning the console off. So at one point, I tried to sneakily leave my console on all night, and then started in the morning. My parents weren't happy with me that I left it on all night, even with the TV turned off. This was around 2008, because the PS3 was out by the time I got a PS2. Or it was either out or almost out by the time I got a PS2. I didn't get a PS3 until the PS4 was like about to be announced. Okay. I'm going to see about getting through the Del Lago fight. I'm going to save right here. Because this fight is terrible. Let's see if the game glitches out. Hopefully it doesn't. No. That's where it came from. It doesn't matter. I really hope that the game works fine. I really hope the game works fine here. Did I ever play any of the Guitar Hero games? I have two sitting downstairs, and I played the shit out of 1 and 3. 2 is my favorite, specifically because of the extended version of Trogdor the Burninator. Hey, it's working fine. That's new. Maybe not quite fine, but close enough to fine. Good. I need to get Clone Hero set up because I have a wireless PS3 guitar. This game yeah, One, Guitar Hero 1, it's okay. It's got one of my least favorite songs by one of my favorite bands, which is Infected by Bad Religion. I really like Bad Religion as a band. Infected is not that good. It's so boring, especially coming from that band. I feel like you should be able to, like, watch the stop. They got progressively better, but they were so damn expensive. Yeah. And 3 had that weird guitar battle system. That should have hit, but okay. First try. Yeah, 3 had that weird guitar battle system that was kind of interesting, but also really meh. And I was never... Oh, right. I was never super good at Guitar Hero. I was okay at Guitar Hero. And then later on, I got Guitar Hero 4 for the PS3. And 4 is probably the one I've played the most because it was for the PS3. Actually, no. I got it for the PS2, but it had a wireless USB guitar, which is why I'm remembering my copy being for the PS3. But I got the PS2 version, which was still made for what were at the time current-gen consoles. So all the loading times were the fucking worst. Guitar Hero arcade machine? I know it exists, but that's about it. Yeah, that sounds about the same to me, Mags. I'm gonna save here. And I think I'm going to call it for a night for streaming. I should get to bed sometime soonish. Maybe not now, but like soonish. I remember this part really freaking me out when I was younger. But especially, I think there's a thing called Clone Hero that is basically knockoff free Guitar Hero for the PC. Which a lot of the modern Guitar Hero streamers play, and I kind of want to play it at some point. I might do it on stream at some point, but I'm not really good enough at it.
I started to feel dizzy, and then I guess I must have lost consciousness.
Lost consciousness? Maybe that has some connection to what the village chief was talking about.
Oh, you know what else had online multiplayer?
But I'm all right now. I'm gonna continue my
Ratchet and Clank Up Your Arsenal. Also, yes, that was the name of that game. I think... Either way, it's about 2 in the morning. I've been streaming for about 2.5 hours, and I think that's going to be me for tonight. I'm gonna crawl into bed. For those of you who are supporting on Patreon, if you haven't gotten the message in Discord, I am probably going to be doing a reading on Sunday. Most likely to be sometime in the afternoon, Eastern Standard Time. I'm not sure when in the afternoon. but I have a game Sunday night, so I'm not gonna record it like usual hours. Either way, I'm gonna see about working on some stuff. Oh yeah, of course no, not pretty much every Ratchet and Clank. Every Ratchet and Clank game. And I'm not going to count Future, even though I think Future had a few. Because Future isn't really Ratchet and Clank. Like, fuck, Ratchet and Clank 2 is called Ratchet and Clank Going Commando. It is the best Ratchet and Clank game, too. It is so good. I have a copy. I have my PS2. I just wish I could, you know, stream from my PS2. Either way, oh, even Deadlocked, Deadlocked is meant to be some kind of sex pun. It's just not a very good one. And Deadlocked is also a really good game, and I consider it a proper end to Ratchet and Clank. And its story is about the most Ratchet and Clank a Ratchet and Clank game could get. It is, because that game, that series, the stories of that series, looking back, were so subversive. Like, all of them were about the evils of corporate greed and, media manipulation. Like, the first one is about a psychotic rich asshole who polluted the shit out of his planet making millions, and then is blowing up planets to make a new planet that he will sell land on for millions, and then he'll just keep repeating the cycle to make more money, to make all of the money, all the while painting himself as this sympathetic figure with his news broadcasts. And then 2 is about this other crazy corporation that's trying to release something that they know is an absolute, like, hazard that mauls people, but they're still trying to put it to market anyway, despite everyone telling them not to. And them trying to cover up what a danger it is the whole time. The third one is the weakest in the series, and apparently was put together in about a year, and none of the dev team really gave a shit on it. Oh no, I know the twist at the end of 2. I've played 2 all the way through, but it's still about, you know, it is ostensibly about, you know, a corporation trying to put a hazardous product to market for selfish reasons. And then Deadlocked is about a psychotic game show that is turning heroic figures into murder machines for profit in game shows, all the while trying to paint Ratchet as this horrible villain, despite everyone in the crowd fucking loving him. But yeah, all of the games were really subversive, and they're really fun games. And I need to go back to them. Don't watch the movie. I've watched the movie. It's not good. It's just really bad. And the game based on it, from what I've seen, it's all the good bits of the game reboot. All the good bits of the game reboot, from what I've heard, are just bits that they stole and remastered from the original. And all of the bits that they added are just bad. Just like the future games, I've heard really mixed things about. Anything post-Deadlocked. Deadlocked isn't the greatest, but the combat is fun enough, and the story is solid enough to carry it. the levels in combat are no worse than 3, which was kind of meh as far as levels in combat went. And the story is significantly stronger than 3. Like 3's not bad. 3's still good, and it was my introduction to the game, to the series, and I still have a soft spot for it. Yeah. Sort of like how Jak 3 is probably, because we're not going to count the abomination that was Lost Frontier. Sort of like how Jak 3 is probably the weakest of the Jak games, but I still have a really, really soft spot for it. I haven't finished Sly 4, and I need to get around to it. It's sitting in my PS3 downstairs, and it has been for a while. You felt 2 was the weakest and 3 was the best? I think 2 was a lot... 2 and 3 are both kind of, up for debate. The sand buggies were really awesome. I just had a lot of problems with getting my car stuck everywhere. And Jak X is the best kart racer ever made. And I really want to get a bunch of people together. That one had network play. That game had network play, and I really just want to do a big Jak X stream. I'm playing through Sly 4. I have it. I got it as a Christmas gift, I think. And I'm a chunk of the way through it. It's not the worst thing I've ever played, and it hits some nostalgia spots, If you want a terrible, terrible sequel to a really good, series, Jak and Daxter, The Lost Frontier. It is just bad. It is so bad. The dogfighting is almost fun. They remove Jak's dark eco powers for no reason. Actually, they remove all of Jak's eco powers and replace guns and replace them with a gun staff for some reason. And it's not like 3 where he was exiled and had all his weapons taken away. No, he's supposed to have all of his equipment. He just can't use eco anymore for no reason. So what happens? They give Daxter dark eco powers in segments that are completely unconnected to the story of the game, that are never tied into anything, and he never interacts with any other characters while he is Dark Daxter. I got it for the PS2 because I wasn't aware that it was a different developer, and I was like 10 at the time, and just thought, oh hey, another Jak and Daxter game. I love Jak and Daxter. I'm going to get it. And then I got it. And even at the time, I hated it. It was originally a PSP exclusive, but much like Ratchet and Clank Size Matters, it was eventually ported to the PlayStation 2. Size Matters is also not a very good spin-off of a good series. Yeah, I have it on PS2, and the dogfighting is actually almost fun, but not well developed enough for it to actually be fun. A surprising amount of PSP games were released on the PS2, and a surprising amount of PS2 games had re-releases on the PSP, like all of the Armored Core 3 Universe games, which are really, really good. And if you happen to be in possession of a PSP with that has been jailbroken, and you are looking for really, really good games to put put Armored Core 3, Nexus, Silent Line, and Last Raven on it, because they are beautiful and amazing games that are some of my favorite games to ever be made. And there is nothing quite like those games. Games past Last Raven in the Armored Core series are not very good. And no other series quite captures the same, Oh, you don't need the, battery issues need to be fixed, but you don't need the disk reader for a jailbroken PSP. Just you just run firmware on the memory stick and then toss whatever you want on the memory stick. Actually, I love, the memory stick in my PSP is actually a memory stick converter that can take 2 micro SD cards, and I have 2 8GB ones in there because I got it years ago. I actually need a new PSP because mine's fucking beat to hell. But you know, I'm just sitting here on this menu screen, so I'm going to shut the stream down because I'm just ranting at this point. But I'm actually gonna I'm gonna hop over into the general chat in the Discord server after this. Anyway, see everyone later. Have a good night, everyone.